群哈，所以无论您在哪里，我们现在先全体请起，请合掌。
金国老师没有在看，
上人行三
那表情就知道。开始了。跟你比 OK 的是什么意思？
传承法脉，心相系，弘扬中门志不移，实际因缘会珍惜，尽思法随无量意。亲爱的上人，金色师父，
脸书的画面没有出来。
对啊，脸书没有出来。
没有画面啊，为什么？没给动静。夜当头。
影响脸书的画面没有出来，
都没出来哦。
脸书直播的画面没有出来。
有啦，有声音啊，有声音的。
影响脸书的画面直播没有出来呢。
你说 Facebook 上吗？有啊，写着。
有的吗？
对。
但是现在我们要打招呼喽，也请导播同时在这个部分都给我小画面，好不好？一起来传法随，续人才，连线读书，一起来，非常感恩。您在哪里？请告诉我们，赶快上线，揪团上线，并且写上您的名字，把第一个时间点上，只要有人分享的时候，一定要给我们更多的讲师来加油打气，感恩彼此互赞叹，这是很重要的哈。所以呢，我们叫觉有情传谁群。那上人跟我们团队说，你们是传法人，要好好传好法。所以每一次一开始的时候，我们一定会就上人心目中的理想人才有哪些面向，一次一次的叮咛自己。所以我们一起来念：谦虚而非不可一世，洁身自爱能够涵养德香，无私爱的执着而能够平等的待人，心量开阔且能克制脾气，做事认真，可是跟人家无争，言谈举止有威仪风度，有学有德，又有亲近心，把握大原则，小事不必计较。有这样的人存在，上人才正在。
Today, everyone, welcome to join the online study group, and we are very happy to have you here. So now let's put our hands in front of our chest and say that Master Jingheng, please be relieved. We will be your ideal talents. And then Master Jingheng will give her thumbs up. So say, you are great. So please show the same gesture to the one next to you and say you are great. So if you have a cell phone, please give the link to the people you know and invite more people to join the online study group. So let's get more positive energy.
某一个因缘下，时间允许，在某一个节，我来再讲这一个整个一个过程的故事，其实是蛮有趣的哈。所以在这边也跟大家去分享。那为什么一定每一次要提醒人才这个部分？因为上人很希望有。The
reason why we have to remind ourselves every time that Master Zhenyan's ideal talent is because Master Zhenyan wish that every disciple can follow her teaching and become her ideal talent. So today's progress of Master Zhenyan's diary is July. So this is the common goal that we encourage each other to talk about Tzu Chi, and we study Dharma teaching mindfully, and we believe we all have the potential, and we hold our initial inspiration. So let's encourage each other.
相信自己有潜力，永葆初心，正精进呀，正精进。对，让自己的声音就很有能量哈。所以只有拼出来的美丽
，and the hard work is come from the beauty comes from the hard work we did not work for the glory. So wherever we are, we work hard together because that will make us feel better, and we won't feel alone. And we have the same belief common. So we have the same belief. So we thank you for your hard work. And the plan may not be workable, but it can be changed. And no matter what, we can change our target, our goal. So no matter where you are, welcome to join us online study group.
向上向善哈，所以往后我在这个部分也会帮大家每次呢换不同的，那我们一起。
So in the future, I will change the different the code to encourage each other. And this is today is the earlier is the first week of the month. So it's our Kaohsiung translation team will provide the interpretation. Thank you for all the participants. In the English team, total we have the 30 team members. And I would like to share one exciting news that starting in September, we have a Cantonese translation. They will conduct in the first week of the month. And then we will have the language of Cambodia. They will offer the translation in the fourth week of the month. In the four-in-one leaders diligence training camp, Master Zheng Yan encouraged us to develop more language translation so that more people will understand about the Tzu Chi. And hopefully we can recruit more living Bodhisattva. And then Master Zheng Yan take Kaohsiung study online as an example. Hopefully, through the different language translation, we can get closer to Master Zheng Yan's heart. And we appreciate volunteer Xian Mingxin, Hu Meilin. In addition to English translation, and currently we already have the Japanese translation. The second week of the month. This is participants in Japanese translation. And then today, let's take a look on the feedback. On the feedback of the. Okay, this is the feedback from Su Xian. The topic is it's a beautiful understanding. She said that although she received a master's degree from United States, it doesn't mean that she had a good English. Later along, it is a professional oral translation. And because she worked in the hospital, and the online study group may have some section is related to the medical field. So she said okay. And she is appreciated and she is inspired by all the team members on the online study group. And she learned so much from the online study group, and it's been 1 year. And she like this online study group more and more. And we also had the feedback from Chen Ji. He responds all the messages on YouTube. So we invite everyone to join us because you are potential and everyone is the ideal talent. And in the online study group, there are so many different types of books. And in the future, if I have time, I will introduce every team. So right now, let's go to the next section about the feedback. Last week, we received over 300 messages and passed over for sharing over 100 times. So this is the feedback on the general work, on the general teamwork. like we have a message from Thailand, and she said that they always receive the positive energy from online study group. And then like Li Ping, he continuously join the online study group every week. And like Chen Jinghui, she is the leader of Japan, in Japan, and she's like they working hard. Hopefully in the earlier next year they can provide Japanese English, Japanese language. And now this is the feedback on the sharing from Huang Peihui sister, who worked at the Siji Malaysia Dialysis Center. And the story about the little boy Sai Sai is very inspiring and very heartwarming.
加拿大的丘比尔，而我们的后羿后羿跟慧玲让我们非常感动哦，他们是澳洲的纽澳这个部分的。
And like the feedback from the Australia.
现在是粤语口译，所以他们现在目前在测试哈。那上个礼拜他就是感恩 Sister 佩慧 for your amazing sharing of the
and like Sharon, she said that appreciate Sister Pei Hui's amazing sharing about the Sai Sai story. And although he suffered from the kidney problem, but he was loved by Tzu Chi volunteers. And we also bring this family the best wish and hope that the Sai Sai's dream will come true.
就是分享的赛赛这样的小朋友，我们也一起来祝福他哈。那同时
，and then this is another page of the feedback that we received for Pei Hui's sisters sharing.
用菩萨心堆砌起来的一个医院哈。那我们南昌的余秀春说感恩这样的一个分享。
And like Nanchang in China. He said that we take care of all the refugee family with love.
好，那这就是谢淑燕师姐的导读，那这她的导读。
So that they can receive the positive energies. And this is the feedback on the guiding the reading. Last week we have the Xie Su Yan. She gave us a sharing about the sweat of the 84 kilo accumulated by the doctors and the nurses of the Tzu Chi Hospital. It's not just the sweat. It's also present devotion and responsibility and hope. It's very grateful. And we have another sharing from Wang Dali. He is a Taipei Tzu Chi volunteer. He learned the Dharma teaching from Master Jingheng, and he took the notes and applied into their family. And then at the same time, we also have the feedback from Jia Yi. And they all appreciate Wang Dalin's presentation. And there are so many positive feedback.
并且阶级层次法入性法测选真令人赞叹。2013年他开始到现在，
It's really grateful that Wang Dalin listened to teaching and practice into the daily life, and to change their life into the better way.
我们的林嘉丽也会说哈，大理师兄唱作俱佳了，超强哈，因为他也上线。那我们大陆呢，就是我们的。
And then we have the feedback on the Zhai Qinglan's sharing from China. Although she lost her children in the first place, but then because she joined Tzu and I totally transformed her life into a positive way. It's a very heartwarming. We appreciate all the participants' feedback and the message. And then in the end, we have the feedback sharing on Sister Lin Jiali. Like Wang Yaoming, he said that they used to eat egg because they saw that was where they can get the protein. But since last year, they did not eat any egg. It's just like Master Zheng Yan say that eating a vegetarian meal, or when you are used to have the vegetarian meal, then it will become a habit. And like the friends from the no meat market, they said like we always receive a very nice vegetarian meal from Lin Jiali, and we are blessed and we are happy to have Lin Jiali as our friend. And this is another page about the feedback on the Lin Jiali's sharing. And Yao Shijing, she said that she is a vegetarian. It's been 21 years. And she said that if you are a vegetarian, not only you will get beautiful, but also you will cultivate with more wisdom in life. And many people that admire Lin Jiali, not only she is a good actress, but also its contribution to doing the good deed and offer the volunteer work is great. And then we have the sister Li Jiagen, she is a teacher. It's July is the school summer recess, so we invite the teacher from the Tzu Teachers Association to give us their wonderful sharing. And we have the message from America, we have the message from Canada, and also from mainland China. So many messages from mainland China. Thank you for your encouragement. And thank you for your positive energy. They almost stay us every week. And we have the message from Malaysia. And this is a message from Thailand, from Japan, and from Australia.
怡师姐她现在呢，其实在测试的是粤语的部分，非常的感恩哈。那我们的慈管师姐今天其实在另外一个平台也在做分享。我们
we have sister, we have the volunteer 慈管 in Taiwan, and different message from different cities in Taiwan. So 玉香、维清、纪由、碧莹。 And Li Jian. Thank you for your feedback.
您在哪里？还有您认识的人有没有在我们的线上？麻烦你求团上线哈。那我们 YouTube 的这个部分呢，我们来看一下。
And as usual, we have the message received in YouTube.
雪龙跟玉美他说 ，Join the sections.
The message from Malaysia.
Help me to improve my Mandarin Chinese. As I benefit from these sessions
like
much,
Effie, she said, join the section every Wednesday. Help her to improve the Mandarin Chinese. Also, she benefited from the section so much, and she always share with community friends the contents of the online study group.
所以非常感恩。然后他讲到说 ，grateful to Sister Lin Jiali sharing on environmental protection.
And then she has another message. She said that grateful to Sister Lin Jiali's sharing on environmental protection, vegan, vegetarianism. And finally, she is very brave to love cats, dogs, and animals. And I'm still very far away in this
对于小猫小狗还有很多的动物，它都是如此。他觉得他自己在这个地方跟他相较起来，还有很多进步的空间。但是我觉得玉梅你好棒，你总是给我们这样一则又一则、一则又一则的一个回应哈。
I appreciate the Coffee's effort. She always gives us the message. And this is the picture that is drawn by one of the participants in Malaysia. Those pictures are so real to life.
那也从这里我们就知道说，我们上一周的主题有哪些人在讲的哪些。
And from the picture, we may briefly understand the content of the online study group last week.
然后我们的阮思怡就说没办法，因为那时候他也要起来动一动，所以我们给阮思怡掌声一下。真的对我们
Let's give her a big hand.
分享嘉宾来讲，他们真的觉得哇，来高雄县
All the speakers are very touched and impressed about the picture.
所以这个就是右手边，这个就是我们现在在线上的马来西亚
So
阮思怡，她正在听。
this is the volunteer to give us the picture.
承担责任就不成长，你不付出就得不到，你没有爱心就没有人爱你了。我就念那一小段哈，所以一切的美好皆源于一颗感恩的心。感恩生命中所有的相遇。
So if we have the gratitude, then we will create a better world.
我们今天要到哪里去？
So now we're going to the section. Okay, going to call out to Mozambique.
所以光世界充满爱，就好几集我们都非常的感动。但是各位，利用这个时间赶快揪阮上线。为什么？因为我跟戴琳说好，说今天一定要让我们多了解一下现在学校的这个部分。那现在画面上看的，其实对我们来讲，如果你有在 follow 慈济的话，这些脉动都是非常清楚。可是问题是，当这个主要带动的人，比如说戴琳他不在那边的时候，你看看这些事情照常。
And now we are going to call out to Mozambique in Africa.
他们真的就是落实当地，然后每一次就是这样子，唱歌跳，然后让自己非常的。
And we can see the people there, they're very happy from the video. This is located in Mozambique in our Da'ai farm. And you see people there, they are growing a lot, they're growing a lot of agriculture products. And let's have a look at this volunteer. And his name is Paul. Let's see his story. I would like to say thank you to our master Jingheng. Thanks for your teaching, and I learned how to share. And all the troubles, I have to eliminate all the troubles, just like how I cut the grace. And he always say thank you from before he leaves from the Da'ai farm. Let's see, these are the volunteers from Mozambique, and they come back to Taiwan for certificate. And this video is from our Kaohsiung. And Dailin, our volunteer, Miss Cai Dailin, she's from Kaohsiung. And once she has the chance to come back to Kaohsiung, so she came to join our study, online study. And you can see our groups, we have a role play. It's a small plate in our study group, and show how our volunteers they dedicate in Africa.
就是很认真的学习之外，我们用唱歌跳舞来带动这样的活泼的气氛。
And our volunteer, Miss Dailin, she says she has learned a lot from our online study group, and she would like to bring the good positive energy back to Africa and share how we dedicate here in Kaohsiung study group. And let's have a look. This video is from our A World of Love. This is what happened this year in India. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic spread in India, and Indian people, they do really suffered. And our volunteers in Mozambique, they know this, they hear this news, and they see the people suffered there. So the volunteers in Mozambique, they feel like to devote themselves and to do something helpful to the Indians. So they went to our Dailin farm, and they raised money there. But you know, most of the people there, they are in poverty and they have no money. So they are also very smart. They try to donate all the agricultural products they grow, and they try to sell this product and change it into cash, so donate for the Indians, people who suffered of the COVID-19, the pandemic there. I have no money to donate, but I have some products, some corns from my farm, and I hope that I sell this corn and to exchange some money, and I can donate it to India, to the people really in need. The day while we raise the money, some volunteer, they say they have no cash, but the next day they can't bring their agricultural products to sell the money, and they bring the products here. So once they know how to share, they are no more in poverty. They are rich because they are rich of love, so they are no more poor. And you see the picture, this is in the year 2019, and Mozambique suffered in a serious tornado, and many people suffered. They lost their house, and on that time there are more than 55 countries to help, and they donate more than 10,285 foods and seeds, and a lot of countries, they sent their volunteer here to help us to reconstruct the village and the school. And this time we raised the money. There are more than 1,000 people to donate their fruit and their money. And it's not a great amount, but that's what they have. So they are people rich of love, so they are no more suffering in poverty. I like to be with you because you are positive. So now we are going to invite our director in Mozambique, our volunteer, Miss Dailin. Let's say hi to Dailin. Hello. Hi everyone. Greetings to everybody. And thanks to our teacher Mei Yun, and you see the video we just showed. And these are the video we sent back from Mozambique. And And thanks to everybody's helping, so we can show the video and to share what happened here in Mozambique and share it to Taiwan, to our volunteers. And I would like to thank everybody for your help so we can start the aid construction in Mozambique. And let's have a look. This is the map in the province of Farah. I prepare a PowerPoint to share you what happens, the progress of our aid construction. This is the map in Sofala province. This area suffered the tornado in the year 2019, and all the construction almost destroyed due to the tornado. Almost 99% the house lost the roofs. But thanks to this disaster, we received a lot of help from all over the world. And in the year 2020, this year, we start the groundbreaking ceremony on July 2nd. And 2 houses in our Kura Da'ai village just start the groundbreaking ceremony. Meanwhile, there are 23 elementary schools start building too. But unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we cannot catch the progress that we planned to construct the school, but we try our best to contact with each other and do our best to progress this project by social media. We hire the local engineer and hire the local architect, and we contact with each other by social media, and we report the progress to each other weekly. Meanwhile, we also use the satellite positioning and to show the progress of our project. I would like to thank to the Vice President Lin, Mr. Lin and Mr. Xiong, and they lead our group and our volunteer and our supplier to our Da'ai village and show us the progress of our project. And weekly, we will meet online 2 to 4 times. And in our Kura Da'ai village, we planned to build more than 175 houses for the family there. And you can see on the map that we have already 2 sample houses. We have a clinic, a police station. We also have the vocational training center. This is our configuration diagram. This year, on July 2nd, we just show people to our sample house and for people to visiting our sample house, and they are so touched and very happy. These 2 are the pictures that how we sharing the sample house. And you can see this is the group picture of the local government and the officers, the suppliers, and the residents. We took a picture together. And thanks to our suppliers helping, our supplier, Mr. Ricardo, he understands the emergency of this project, and he recruits all the workers within a week, ordered and consuming the material for our construction, for our aid construction within a week. And you see these pictures are on July 2nd. We were having a groundbreaking ceremony, and the local priest just helped us to do the blessing ceremony. They used the olive oil and some essence oil to do this ceremony. So everybody were very happy, and thanks to our volunteer, Mr. Fudino, inspection in our Da'ai village, and we can have a look. Here we have some different kinds of house in our Da'ai village. We have the one for small family and also the one for big family. And besides the house for our family, we also built a Kura high school next to our Da'ai village. We plan to construct 20 classrooms in this school. And now I'm going to report you the aid construction of this school in our Kura Elementary School. It has been accomplished about 75%. You can see from these pictures, this is the elementary school Kura. And this is the picture from outer space, from the satellite. You can see the Kura Elementary School. And you can see next to the Kura Elementary School is our Da'ai village. And you can also see this picture is from our Grasha Elementary School. It has been accomplished about 45%. And our elementary school, Huaking Mara, the elementary school Huaking Mara is a big challenge for us because this year, in February and March, this 3 to 4 months is the rain season in local place, and due to the road interruption, we are not able to go there. We are not able to fix the road. The government, they have no source, they have no material to fix the road, so our project was interrupted during that time. And thanks to our local villager and our volunteers, we help our volunteer Alfonso leads our local volunteer and villager to fix the road. So you can see this the picture from construction. To repair the road of local village. Within a week, we fix the road, and we can go on our progress of our elementary school Huaking Mara. And thanks to the volunteer and the villager, and local villagers, they also know that we fix the road for go to construct the Huaking Mara school, so they do give us a lot of help. So within 3 to 4 months, we can continue our progress of our Huaking Mara Elementary School. And you can see these two pictures. These two pictures are from the local chief, the local county manager. His inspection to our Huaking Mara. And he praised us. Zizi is as great group, and we do our best to help the local people to fix the road and also to construct the Huaginmara school. And there are a lot of difficulties due to the COVID-19 the pandemic, but all our city volunteer, all our local volunteer, local village help each other and try our best to construct the local school. And during this inspection of school, they see that our special design for the classroom, we designed we designed 2 doors and many windows in the classroom to fight against the heat, local heat, the hot weather. And this is the picture, the group picture of our inspection. After they see how we construct the school, they admired what we have done for them. I'd like to thank everybody from all over the world. Thanks to your help, and we can go on our progress, our construction, and our aid construction. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, everyone. Without your help, we cannot progress our aid construction in Mozambique. And thanks to our volunteer, Ms. Hai Dailin's reporting, then we know how you devote yourself there. And we also see the semi-detached and the school and the family.
秀女师姐在清水，她大家的爱心翻转非洲，看到希望的一个未来哈。那在这一个我再看一下哈，这边有讲刘明君就说，
I would like to
来的，准备好手帕跟卫生纸。哎，请问一下，这个不是针对你吗？他应该是很感动要快掉的眼泪。
Let's have a look some good feedback for our volunteer, Miss Tai Dailin.
我们可以看到。这里面泰国的锦淑师姐针对说，在曼谷感恩带领师姐。
Our volunteer from Thailand, she says, thanks to our volunteer, Miss Tai Dailin, I'm from Thailand, and thanks for your leading, and you share us. Everybody's important, and we can't help. We really can help even in Mozambique. And we also have good feedback from our volunteer.
By our Mozambique brothers and sisters, we love you all. 就是非常感恩，每次收到你们莫桑比克的师兄师姐的一个记录。
And I would like to say thank you. And even the people there in Mozambique, they are suffering in poverty, but they can help. They are rich of love. So this is what we can learn from. This is really teach us how to free from suffering. And thanks to our volunteer from Taipei and the Xinbei City, and they would like to say thank you for your good sharing. Our volunteer, Ms. Tai Dailin, thank you so much.
Okay, so that's the feedback from the last week. She said that last week when she got the invitation of the sharing, she didn't give up even though the class she finished being charged. She had a lot of challenging, and it's very frustrated experience for him. However, Teacher Mary told her that, did you give it up? No, then this is worth to sharing. So she always had a lot of positive power from this group. So Sister Shonu, she is the editor of our team. She always uses her mobile phone to write the feedback, and she would share share what she heard in the during the online study group. So she wrote it that last time there is a story about Fu. And brother Wang Dali, the condition of his family. So after listening and learning from the Dharma's teaching, then he made it into practice. And so he thought that the Buddhist teaching was really, really good, and everyone could have the infinite benefit from it. And also the Linjia sister, and also the sister Xie Shuyan. She read the daily journey of Master Zhen Yan. So she read the story of Fu, and she learned the password of a happy life. So thank you everyone from all over the world to give us this feedback. So now we are going to invite the teacher Wu Chenyao to share his reading from the daily journey of Master Zhen Yan.
I'm going to share the elders, they have create more blessings diligently. And the grassroots bodhisattvas' goodness are deeply rooted. Master Zhen Yan has traveled during the pandemic. At the lockdown, Dharma Master Zhen Yan traveled in cyberspace to recycle stations around Taiwan. At the recycle station in Taichung, in Nankan Township, Nantou District. Master Zhen Yan said that although their age are old, but their mind and their physical body are healthy. Master Zhen Yan was very pleased to see these elders volunteer to use up their time to benefit the whole society and benefit themselves. And let's take a look at watch the video. And dear Master Zhen Yan, please come to visit us. 7 years ago, Master Zhen Yan has come visit here. And there's a mango tree here. And we planted mango tree 7 years ago, and now it becomes this big tree. And on the other side, we planted cinnamon castle, and now they grow into a big tree, and also they form a door frame. And to do recycle here, we benefit the generations in the future. And I don't need to wear makeup because I do recycle works, so my face, my appearance looks healthier than before. And this is recycle station under a highway. And although this is not a very decent place, but we are here to do recycle works, and a lot of people benefit from it. We love Master Zhen Yan. This life is very precious, and we need to utilize this life to benefit ourselves and the society. and we beautify our life because we benefit others. And we need to utilize our life every minute. And Dharma Master Jingheng meet with her disciples over cyberspace. And we're very grateful to Dharma Master Jingheng's teachings. And Master Jingheng went to the Nantuan Chaobu recycle station, and they planted mango tree and cinnamon cassia tree, and now those trees become big tree now. And the recycle station of Qiji has promoted into established in 19 countries, and their Qiji, a recycle station in Taiwan, has already established 8,536 recycle stations, and every year we recycle. The amount of recycle is very tremendous. And these are all these statistics are gathered in 2019. And the carbon dioxide absorption amount benefits the whole environment of Taiwan. It equals the carbon dioxide absorption amount of the carbon dioxide absorption equals to 7,000, the size of 7,200 carbon absorption amount in Dan Forest in Taipei. And the elder people who came here, they came to recycle station. They could do something, use their fingers and hands so that their physical body won't degrade fast, and they could use their brain so that their brain won't degrade very fast. Under ABC Tier 8B to C, a long-term care service that was established in Taichung City Hospital so that we could take care of elder citizens that they have various conditions. And I'm very grateful. I'm very happy to be here. My physical body won't degrade very fast. In Taichung Jingshi Hall, and also Jingshi Bookstore, they established the long-term care, Tier C long-term care community center. So we could offer consultation for long-term care, starting from the consultation to the whole plan of long-term care, from the very severe case to the very ordinary, just the regular programs for our community elders. We offer a complete range of service for long-term care, and we could provide all kinds of programs like healthy diet and also medical service to the long-term care recipients. The population aging issues in Taiwan, that we establish long-term care Tier A to C stations so that we could offer wide range of service to elder citizens in our communities. And the programs are very, very interesting. The elder can learn and exercise to exercise their brain and exercise their physical body in this long-term care center. And it looks like easy. It looks like easy exercise, but for these elders, it's not very easy to keep their body balanced, even on this facing right, turning right or turning left, and keep their body balanced and fall is a challenge for elders. My mom used to do not interact with people, and she go out to walk on her own from day to night. And now my mom changed a lot. She became happier than before after she came here. And she was very happy that teacher can see her dance and volunteer here, interact with my mom patiently. My mom can't wait until Wednesday to be able to go to the long-term care center at Qiji, because she is very happy here. And to take care of physical body, to medical consultation, and also all kinds of physical exercise and all kinds of programs to make the elder people's life meaningful and joyful. And my mom, she lived in Luodong, and she attended the long-term care service there. And my mom would visit me in Kaohsiung, and I also take my mom to long-term care program in Kaohsiung, and she I would tell my mom, I would tell my son that I hope that when I grow old, I would be like my mom, that I could do recycle work in Qiji, and so my every day in my life will be joyful and meaningful. And I very thank you, everyone. And in here we what she shared is from the book, from the Master Jingheng's diary, and so she could be able to share what she learned from the Master Jingheng's diary, and we are able to broadcast our sharing out to many platforms on internet. Though poor but spiritually wealthy. Every time Sister Dailin from Mozambique, every time when we see what she's done, it's very touching. It's really makes us speechless. What the tremendous amount of work that she benefited the Mozambique society. And from Canada, Qingxiang, he said, it's very touching to see Sister Dailin stand in Mozambique. So many people, the construction is very, very touching, and to see the construction in Mozambique that will benefit many people in the future. And after we listen to the sharing, I have very positive. I want to share this with you. You don't have to be very competent. As long as you have a heart to giving, you will be able to achieve. And today,
团队其实是我们的秀玲师姐。那秀玲师姐呢，她其实跟我的姻缘是在2014年，她因为她的师兄要回到台湾，所以呢，她就跟着回来。因为这样的关系，他们在那边的年限的时候，突然发现高雄线上读书非常的有趣。2015年的时候，我到了美国。
And now let's have a look at the good feedback from our volunteers.
所以他就觉得很开心，他在那边带动，跟我们一直持续连线。那因为他
From our volunteer, Miss Zhang Xiulin from the U.S. She says she's admired of our Ziji volunteer. Every week we have the online studying group, and she has learned a lot from our online group. And thanks for her friends' invitation, so she has the chance to join our English studying group.
也没有关系，因为透过这个的关系，你再去回顾，还是可以看到上星期的哈。那我们来看看上星期加拿大的亮君校长他说，马国父子红善院应时应机慈志愿。
And let's have a look at the feedback from our Miss Guo Liangjun from Canada. She say, and the feedback from our Beijing, from our volunteer Miss Dora Xin, and she says, thanks to the story of our cute boy Sai Sai, and we know how to cherish our life.
长春师姐翟琴南遭遇无常大灾难，迷茫彷徨，遇贵人翻转人生做慈济。大爱演员林嘉丽尊重生命，
And thanks to our actress Miss Lin Jiali shared how she accepted the challenge of being a radio DJ, and she promotes the environmental protection of vegetarianism. When she decided to become a Tzu Chi commissioner, she also determined to become a vegetarian. After seeing 2 videos about chicks and eggs, and she wanted to change to an all plant-based diet for the benefit of all the living beings. She seized any chance to share ideas for delicious vegetarian cuisine and promotes healthy lifestyle, encouraging more people to join her. And also thanks to our volunteer from mainland China, our sister Zai Qinglan. She shared her story. After a traffic accident, she lost her 2 twin sons and couldn't forgive her husband. So she divorced and left for a new place to get a new life. Fortunately, she met Tzu Chi volunteers to accompany her to work out the sadness. Through listening to Master teaching of Dharma, she let go of hatred and got married with her husband again, and both now walk on Bodhisattva path. And we also, thanks to our volunteer Chen Lingjing, and she said that she has learned a lot from our online studying group, and also the sharing our sharing of the Xie Su Yan, and she would like to say that the sister Su Yan, she discussed how volunteers never stop their great love during the pandemic like Bodhisattva. With love, wisdom, compassion, and encourage, they have solved many problems and helped people who are in need. And we also have a good feedback to our teacher Liu Jiafen shared how she found ways to deal with different special needs students. Since every child and family are different, teachers often facing lots of challenges in classroom. The strength of the work made it difficult for teacher Liu, and she thought of quitting her job. Upon reflection, she found the Dharma of 6 paramitas to help her cope with all the problems, and things got better and better. She realized that most of the time barriers can give you strength and help you grow. Now we are going to call out to mainland China to do our volunteer.
Alright, right now this is the video showing one of the junior high school of Qingxiang, Fujian province of China. They practice doing recycling work at school, and then the teacher say, teacher who promote the project in school was sharing with his peers. He said that in the first beginning it was very stressful because not many people can understand talking. And the little boy said that ever since he joined the recycling work, he was able to get a good grade on his study, such as the subject of physics. So it's a very good educational activity at school. So right now we're going to go out to the volunteer in China. Okay, now so this video is a review of the Seeker Environmental Educational Center in Xiamen, Fujian province of China. The speakers say that they feel very grateful because this center grew out of nothing, and all the volunteers do their contribution. And this volunteer, he said that although he has many injuries on her body, but he still dedicated his free time to come here to help this center. And like Renbi, she said that she came here every day just to look after all the volunteers, and she take care of their meals, and she feels grateful. It took us 4 to 5 days just to do the paving, and we feel happy. And this volunteer, she said that after she gave birth, her physical condition is not very good, but she prayed every day, and hopefully she can come back to join the CCF activity as soon as possible. And she was inspired and touched by every volunteer's dedication. And she also realized actually time is running out, so we needed to complete this recycling station as soon as possible, hopefully to inspire more people. And then this volunteer, he said that he turned down all the project for his company, just focus on CG's because it's more meaningful. And when it is right, we just do it right. As long as I can contribute, I will just be the best. And the volunteer, she said that she told her girls that for the short period of time, they may not able to see us open because we have to spend most of our free time to come here to help this project finish as soon as possible. We're going to open on June 5th So we are running out of time, so we have to do the catch-up. So it took us 2 years to complete the recycling stage. So from those videos, we understand that this effort in Xiang is in Xiang and Jingheng.
所以呢，硬是要去做哈，所以我们其实从这样的他们
So right now we're going to
可以知道今天的故事非常的精彩哈，所以我们非常感恩。现在我们要带领到的是我们的福建厦门，
So now we are going to take you to Fujian province of China. So let's say the password to welcome the speaker. So I'd like to stay with you because you have positive energy. So volunteer Qingxiang, we're grateful. We're grateful for human start with your sharing. So dear our Master Jingheng, everyone, today I am Qingxiang from Xiamen, Fujian province in China. I'm going to share a story about the Seeker Environmental Education Center. And in earlier 2019, volunteer Liu Suzhu provided the warehouse in her factory to Tzu as a space to recycle the new process. And then in 2011, we had a discussion. We decided to remodel the space to become an environmental education center as well as a warehouse to recycle the process because we need more space to do the resource classification. Volunteer Suzhu offered another property next to the station to Tzu. And then later on, Suzhu's 3 stores leases matured, so she took the stores back to Tzu and to use as a Shanghai humanitarian airport. And in 2030, we were accepted to promote the Shanghai blanket in Xiamen. So we needed to find a place to compress the water bottles. So then later on, it took us 2 years to do all the remodeling. So we removed the little tree and keep the big trees, and then we put the terminal bricks on the ground. So this is the space that the city volunteer use as their place, as well as the area that we do the environmental. And volunteer, they paint the wall. They put the picture books on the wall. It is appropriate beautification all process. And the trail to the warehouse in the beginning was all covered with weed. After 2 weeks onward, after we put the permeable bricks, it become flat and smooth road. During the remodeling, the volunteer, sometimes he would suffer from his numbers falling problem. But he said he really came here to do the contribution. So after 6 months, we mobilized over 300 volunteers and we finished the project. And before we do the remodeling, there is only one chamber room at the station. So the one entrepreneur takes the responsibility and in charge of the space business to do the interior decoration. And also, knowing that there was a housing demolition in other village, we took all the recycled steel and we depainted and put on the roof. And at the next picture, we remodeled the hallway in the chamber room as a space, as a story room. And this is the project leader She said that doing the remodeling work is more complicated than just doing the reconstruction. But as long as we stick the project, we just do it. We don't need to think too much. And electricity and the plumbing and engineer also needed to be replaced. The volunteer Yang Jingheng, we turned down all the projects for this property, and we just focus on and this volunteer he fell from the stairway his home, but he still spent most of his time here to help us. And this volunteer was 65 years old. His uniform was never white. His new uniform was always soaked with sweat. And this couple, they spent 2 weeks to use a cork and squeeze a bottle to make a 22 floors high to make a tower. It's a pearl tower. It's the main one of Qingxiang. And that means he cherished all the waste and turn into a treasure. The volunteer, they have the talent to be art, so they put the picture photo on the wall. So this is the new space for us, for the parents that they can bring the children come here to read the books and to get a better relationship. And being a remodeling volunteer, Qingxiang, she looked after the station, and she said that although her body might a little bit tired, but her mind never feel tired. And we always provide the vegetarian meals to the workers during the remodeling. It took us 2 weeks to mobilize over 6,000 people to complete the project. And on June 5th, it is the Earth Environment Day. We officially opened the recycling station. At the same time, we also doing the weekly ceremony for the economy. Humanitarian impact every week. So we hopefully to inspire more people to focus on the Earth's ecology and also to understand the importance of coexist between human being and the nature. Thank you for your wonderful sharing.
原来即便跌撞了就是腿受伤，但是觉得做了就不会痛。
So from your sharing, let's understand though their body suffer from different pain, but they are very grateful. Thank you for your wonderful sharing.
回源这边我们的清水秀女说蔡黛玲师姐很棒，用心介绍，原件非常。
And we have a message saying that Cai Dailin is really great, and it is difficult, but we still do it, and I'm so grateful about it. And when we talk about Lotus Sutra, and maybe you can try to share some information with me about that. And that's time, and she talks about a school which is going to be accomplished. And thank you also to Chunzi and from Shijiazhuang. And one more message saying that this is great, and we really have like positive energy, and this is the message from Obey. And this is the Bodhisattva path that we can't just let you go alone. And we also have Chun Mei saying that she is so grateful about the Dailin's sharing, and we are also very grateful to recycling station, and you shared a great message to us, right? And again, one more message saying that thank you to Cai Dailin, and it really turns people's life into the positive side. And we also have a message saying that they are so thankful to the volunteers from Africa, because they really bring hope to people in Africa. And a lot of messages says they are so grateful again to Cai Dailin. And this is the great love, and we see it in their villages. And this is due to our humanitarian culture and our great love towards Tzu Chi to Africa. And we have one more message. So happy to know the love of villagers from Mozambique. And this is a very good community. And we really appreciate it. And this is very touching to Sister Dailin's sharing. And she's very, very grateful and touched. And she also knows that the great love is really, really, a great thing for people living in Mozambique. And we also have a Hanwen from Jiayi saying that also grateful to Mozambique volunteers. And because, we can just do something happily and we don't ask anything in return. So everyone, you're very welcome. And well, here comes another message saying that Dailin really turns, turns Mozambique into a positive side. And we also have Guanxin from Canada, and she is very, very happy to know some information about the volunteer doing the recycling. And because the Mr. Zheng, you really appreciated like the recycling volunteers. And one more message is saying that she is very grateful to one teacher Chen Yao. And this is very great that you do what you say and you say what you do. And this is a kind of, a very good thing that we can feel the love toward Mozambique because of the youth, the volunteers all over the world. And we really have a lot of like professional teachers here with us, right? And this is really great that we are going to have our first show in August. And you know that our speaker today is coming here to Kaohsiung with us, right? And he drives his car from Jiayi to here, Kaohsiung. And so, ladies and gentlemen, okay, it's time, okay, for us to take a look about his clips, video clips, right? And this is a doctor who came over here like 3 years ago. And after I read his text, and I just couldn't help but cry. And today, maybe he will be talking about this today. But before that, then let's just take a look at the video clip here. So let's try to watch the recap before he really shows up here. And here, let me tell you, I tell Dr. Tsai that we don't have any audience here. So if you come over here, you have to bear the loneliness here. But he insists on coming, and he's young, but his soul is old, and he feels that he has to use something old and convey his passion to people here. And here, let's also watch the news clips here, and you will see a lot of people supporting him from the video clips, right? So today you can come over here, but you can just get online. If you're from Jiayi, your volunteers from Jiayi, please get online and watch Dr. Tsai here. And I just mentioned that when I watch the video clips, and I just couldn't but cry. Okay. And why? And the first thing that he stood here and he said, who is Renbi? And I said, this is me. Okay. And because he is the person in charge of the Tzu Chi, like a Jiayi clinic, okay, and he really just wanted to share such information, such good information with us, so he chose to come over to the study group, but he didn't know me at the time. Okay, and now he shared a lot of like useful information with all of us, and we just treated him so nicely, and we prepare a lot of like a surprise for him, and he just mentioned that his mom told him that he can't just cry anymore before his mom passed away. But that time when he come over here, that he really cried because he just couldn't help it. And today, when I don't know whether he will be talking about this, past or not, but I just want to tell you before he really stands here up. And coming here, and a lot of people cried here, okay? And including like the two like superintendents of a Tzu hospital and like a vice like assistant superintendent Chen Jingheng. He also cried here because they are all touched. And today we have Chief Tsai, Dr. Tsai, and really, and this clip shows that this is a 20th anniversary of like a Tzu hospital, Tzu Dailin hospital. And at the time, he was a doctor of the nephrology, and he led a lot of students and promised to Mr. Zheng Yan that, okay, they will just, take good care of the patient's lives. And actually, you will know that Dr. Tsai was the first graduate of the School of Medicine from Tzu Hospital, Tzu University, and he really followed up the steps of Tzu. And before he graduated, okay, and a lot of people had already known him, okay, and it made Mr. Zheng Yan also know him because he is super tall, okay. Oh well, and I don't know whether later you will see how tall he is from the camera, but I let me tell you, and he's just as tall as you can just imagine, okay. And so what is he doing in Dailin? And let's take a look. Actually, the doctors are so busy, okay, and you will see, people are getting examined in Jiayi, and of course, he must be there too. And you will see, a lot of citizens, also go to the hospital in Dailin and they try to get it examined. And of course, when we are designing the routine, and we always hope that we can offer people safety, and we can just make everyone be like vaccinated. And you will hear, his sound. His sound is always charming like that, right? And actually, let me tell you, he is a very shy person. He is really introvert. And he just, gives to all the staff members like a one by one. And I think that you can feel the love, from him toward all the staff members, and here actually are the gifts from all the like citizens in Jiayi. And the volunteers, never forget about how hard, doctors and nurses are working. So even during the pandemic, and they still give out the gifts. Well, and we just want to bring the blessings to all the staff members in the hospitals, and because they serve the patients so hard, and all the staff members and all the patients, I want you to always be like safe and secure, so you can maintain health during the pandemic. Well, and there are so many ways for people to take care of all the people. And like us in Kaohsiung, and we just want to just give them all the good gifts from our Jinsi like bookstore, and we use this way to show the love toward people. And you will see there's a man who is over 110 years old, and he is healthy. Yeah, and when Dr. Tai saw him, and he is surprised, and because he is still doing a recycling job at our recycling station, and so we go there and take care of his health in the recycling station, and he's healthy, and he's just a little bit like a hypertension, and he's got some kind of urinal problems, and he's really healthy. So I asked him to come back for a physical checkup every year, and he's healthy. So the man is 110 years old and he's a vegetarian. Okay. So we can also take a look at how other patients are undergoing his care. And here it is like a man under the dialysis care, and you will see, this grandpa, is really upset about his disease, like his syndrome, but under our good care, and then now he is really happy now. And he not only take care of the patient himself, but also takes care of his family members. And this grandpa, is sick because of like a chronic kidney disease. Therefore, we have to pay special care on his blood pressure. So later on, and we will be, listening to all the good sharings by Dr. Tai. And the grandpa is really healthy now. And we can also see, how capable he is. Okay, and you will see, the man, okay, under like a dialysis here, and he can still play some music here. And we have like a Thai Renbi, and people in charge of like a Jiayi clinic. Ladies and gentlemen, Thai Renbi is right here. Okay, and his topic today is a stage of my life all the way from regret, repentance to regretless. And okay, so today, I don't have to be confused about who you are. And I always do some sharing about my medication field, but today I want to share something else, right? And I just want to share you about my stories when I was 18 till now. And I'm very worried that whether my PowerPoint is applicable or not. Yeah, a teacher may use right, because I'm not older, but inside myself lives an older soul. And let me tell you that, today I'm sharing with you something that I can't tell you as a man. But why do I still tell you my secret today? And because, in my mind, I can make some advancement about myself, so I can improve myself first. And my background, right? Okay, and I'm the first graduate from Tzu University, and more than 10 years ago, and I worked for Dailin Hospital, and I'm also assistant professor in Tzu Medical University. And why am I here at Tzu? And I think I have to recall my memory back to last year. And I just had the opportunity to know teacher Mei, and she considerately just arranged more than 10 minutes of her time for me to do some sharing. So I had the chance to share my own stories in my own life, right? And today, I'm going to share you one more time about what happened in my life, right? And August 13th is the anniversary of our Tzu Jiayi clinic. And again, I'm here, and I wanna, say thank you to everybody. And this is a posters made last year, and I think it includes this. And this is the picture which is very important for me. I feel so touched. And I never knew that, after my sharing, they took this picture with me. And I never knew that a lot of, citizens, a lot of my staff members just came over here from Jiayi. It was really surprising for me. And I just feel very surprised and I feel very touched. And gradually, so I got to know all of them in the picture. And I learned that like the Tzu volunteers are really, really so, passionate, okay? And this is something that I didn't want to feel when I was a student. Why? And later on, I think I will also share why with you. Well, and this is the PowerPoint that the teacher may shares all the time, right? Because the Master Zheng Yan says that you have to like say good things and do good things so that our Dharma can be spread all around, right? So I think doing good deeds, doing good things is important, right? Okay, and I'm doing that, but I don't know whether I can speak good words, but I try my best. So I hope that I can just bring you something different, okay? And based on my like personal experience in my life, and I want all the people, okay, to learn something from me, especially those who are already with Tzu but they are still kind of lazy. Well, and around the 1992, and it was a very important year for me. And we had a lot of patients, and let me tell you about my first, patient. But in 1991, why I say my first patient, and I'm talking about actually my mother. And during the Chinese New Year, and my mother had a stomach ache, and finally she was like diagnosed with cancer. And within 8 months, and she passed away. And at the time, I was a junior high school student, and I tried my best to take my entrance exam into my university. So all the like elderly and my family members, and they just told me to study hard for the entrance exam so you can get to the good university and you don't have to care about your mother's condition. So after I got into the medical school, and everybody was so happy for me. But at that time, after we got into the medical university, medical department, then we got to, receive the military training. Because, my mom was really sick because, she became super thin and I didn't really have enough time to be with her. But I was so obedient at time. And because also some of my family members told me that if I hadn't gone for the military training, then everything would have been restarted. Well, and it was a decision, it was a difficult decision for me, which made me have like a little time, okay, to be with my mother. But sadly, finally, I still lost her. Okay, I didn't see her before her death. So at that time, I felt, why should I continue being obedient? I studied at the Tzu because of my mom. Because my mom told me that Tzu was a good place, so I could just study there. But after that time, partly of myself never got progress because I didn't want to have any religious beliefs, and I thought they had nothing to do with me. And I didn't want to believe that they could just change anything on me, all because I was too obedient. And it made me kind of like a heresy, and I didn't want to listen to anything. Okay. from other people. I tried to avoid talking about the sad stories. But I now, retrospect on myself about my past 20 years. And now I realize that, part of myself just made a pause, just stopped making progress over 20 years ago, right? And all because my mother stays, because, of the sentiment there. And my life really went on really smoothly because I avoided my sentiment from affecting myself. But actually, I never realized that I had a problem that time. So when I was studying in my university, or even when I was working, let me tell you, I did do a lot of things, and I participated in a lot of activities and events. But actually, I finally realized that, okay, I didn't pay attention to anything. And Master Zheng says it's so difficult to obtain a human body, but I don't deliver myself and transform myself, and when to do so. And I also know that students studying in Tzu universities always have the Tzu fathers and Tzu Papa and Tzu mothers taking care of them. And they really want to be nice to us as either father and mother, but I resisted. Why? I thought that I would forget about my mother, and I would just stay away from my mother who passed away if I accepted either father and either mother's love. So I rejected it so strongly, and I was usually absent from family reunions and a lot of campaigns, right? Okay. And but inside my mind, I really wanted to feel some warmth, right? So I still tried to participate in some activities about Tzu. And gradually, that I got confused and I got some mental problems inside myself, right? But under other people's eyes, and I was really a good student, I was a good doctor, and I had a lot of good thinkings, and I was not too obedient. Before 1991, that was me. I didn't take any orders from others, and I always followed my own will, even if it was wrong, and I would just, do whatever I wanted. And I just thought that I could, and I would just do it. Until I met my wife, everything changed. And she felt that there's something wrong inside me. And actually, after I met her, and she calmed me down, and she made up, and she made it up. And then I had my baby. So slowly, gradually, I learned to be a father, and I begin trying to get back the love, the feeling before 1991. And my friend said that, okay, my friend said that I didn't look like a human being before I met my wife, because I got grumpy so easily, but I also got happy so easily. So everything changed after I had a baby. But everything still things feel weird, right? And well, Mr. Zheng says we have to really be mindful of taking care of our mind, and you have to experience people's pain and also feel your own pain and feel your true feelings. I avoided myself for over 20 years, but after I met wife and the children, and I try to look inside myself. And this is a story that I'm sharing you today. Well, and I think inside my mind, okay, there's something that I didn't just want to miss, and of course, and that was my wife, and that was my father. Okay, and traditionally, the sons and the fathers with the neighbor have a good relationship, right? Okay, and they just show you their care in another strict way, right? For example, that if I did bad, okay, in my schooling, and they would be very strict on me to show they care about me. So I didn't like the way we interacted, and I didn't like my father. I didn't like talking with my father. But after I became a father myself, right? And I begin to tell myself that, don't be influenced by anything, and don't influence my children on anything. Okay. And one day after, I had a dinner with my father, and I witnessed my father just get like fainted on the ground, just in a sudden. And therefore, I carried him up to the car. And that time, I realized like how heavy my father was, right? And I also felt sorry that, I didn't really take good care about my father, because he already suffered from a lot of like a compound disease, like acute renal failure. And so his physical condition was really terrible at the time. And well, okay, I didn't know, this is my father. This was my father, okay? And because, I'm a doctor and he is doctor's father, but how come that the doctor's father can be just so weak there, okay? So,
this is what.
Okay, so this is the condition. This is in my mind. And after I just take charge of the clinic, and I tried my best to do such things, because the Mr. Zheng Yan mentioned that from the study group in Kaohsiung, that, a story named $10, also in 1991. And my uncle tried, to take me to Jingheng Hospital to just see my mother. And it was the only time that I accompanied her. And the next day, I had to go back to my school. So I had to take a taxi. And I dared not tell the taxi driver that I had to stop. Okay? Although I was approaching my destination, I just dared not tell the taxi driver. But, well, I had just like a limited amount of money there, okay? So I just encouraged myself that, I must get off the taxi. But after I said this, it was far away from my school. And I just wasted all the money, okay, taking the taxi. Well, and I had only like $100 left in my pocket, right? And it was not enough to take the bus, right? Because I needed $10, right? So I encouraged myself, and I tried my best to talk to a stranger to borrow $10 coin. And okay, I told them that I was student, and they thought that I wouldn't cheat it. I wouldn't cheat, so I got a $10 coin. So I could just go back to my school by bus. And because of this, I felt this is a warm place, so I decided to make my like a devotion, doing charity job, taking care of people living in Jai here. And Jiayi is the oldest town, the oldest place in Taiwan.
So in the daytime, during the nighttime, or during the weekend, I will go to the community to share with community citizens, with residents, for the health knowledge, and also I would take care of the recycling volunteer. And I always, I couldn't accept that the patients do not return back to hospital for their returning visit. Because they were too busy with their recycling works. But finally, after sometimes, I finally accept that they were too busy at recycling work, so I couldn't see them at the outpatient center. So I went to a recycling station to visit them, to see them. Although I will always tell them, the recycling the volunteers, that they need to take care of themselves. Do not that Master Zheng Yan to worry about their health. And we also go to tell the government that we could offer the Jingshi Hall at Jiayi to be a vaccination station for COVID-19. And in we gave out 600 shots for COVID-19 in Jiayi clinic, 3G clinic. And we mindfully arrange the flow in, flow out, and all the whole process of vaccination. And many residents, first time they came to the the clinic of Jiayi 3G clinic, and they say they were very touched to be here because of our mindful arrangement and the how we take care of patients. All the medical staff at the Jiayi 3G clinic, our minds are very warm, and we want to take good care of the patients. The heart is just like the bodhisattvas. And until this month, we already take care of 3,000 outpatients, the patients. And we worked so hard in just a very short period of time, a few months. We hope that many more and more people would be able to know that we have such a great clinic center that we could offer health service to many residents in Jiayi area. And in our building, we have on the fourth floor, we have a fitness center. We will help athletic professions to teach and to guide exercise for the patients. Not only to cure their disease, we could also offer the preventive medicine to lead them to do exercise, to take care of their physical body. And the autumn festivals, we visit the district leaders. We visit all the district leaders, and we promote vegetarian diet in the community, in all the district in Jiayi. And also we also we also established a social media that we promote a vegetarian diet. And promoting vegetarian diet could also boost our immunity. And this is the very delicious dishes that they prepare for the participants. We are going to promote 21 days to challenge campaign for vegetarian diet, to challenge that you would, within 21 days, you will be able to control your weight and find your own health. And also we will offer the lunch and dinner, and you will be able to pick up the lunch and dinner at a range station. And in the past, I was in Tzu Chi, but I was not really a Tzu Chi volunteer. I was only a doctor in Tzu Chi hospital. I was always waiting because I didn't realize my mental state was still stay on in the year 1994 because I lost my mom. I was still suffering grief. I could not accept any emotion because I was afraid to show my emotion, because I was afraid I would lose my mom. My emotion about losing my mom. So now, after a few years, I realized that I could show my emotion, but mom still in my heart. I am learning I'm learning the Buddha's teachings from doing good deeds, and I'm doing Tzu Chi is not good enough. I want to become Tzu Chi. I am Tzu Chi. Although when I was a student at Tzu Chi University, I never talked to people about Tzu Chi. I seldom tell people that I was a student at Tzu Chi University. I didn't, my heart was not at Tzu Chi. I didn't want to tell people that I was trained by Tzu Chi, but in the future, I will be Tzu Chi. I am Tzu Chi now. And there's no regret in my life. When I look back to my own life, there's no regret. I hope that there's no regret. Starting from now, I want to be able to do everything that won't make myself regret. All the great teachers that I met in the past, they were so nice to me. Even the principals of Tzu Chi University, our medical department, they were so nice to me. And the CEO of medical foundation, Tzu Chi Medical Foundation, even his wife was very nice to me, but I always rejected them. But they didn't understand what happened in my heart. That my heart was totally broken because I lost my mom. This is the first time that I really accept the Mother Yo take care of my family. They really care about my family and accommodate me and accept me totally, and also my family. and I'm learning from what they have offered to me. And I also now I hope that I could be the ideal talented person in Master Zheng Yan's mind. And I hope that in the future that when people mention about Jia Yi Ji Clinic, they would always praise that Jia Yi Ji Clinic is a great clinic to. Now I'm very grateful. Could I still keep social distance? But I want to take picture in the same picture with Dr. Tsai. His sharing is so touching. Until yesterday, he say he's worried about his sharing today. He's never do any sharings about what's really happened in what's the thoughts in his heart. He always share professional medical knowledge. This is the first time he sincerely shared his heart with all the publicly with people. He said that he was very touched that many people gave him so much support in his life, but he did not open his heart to accept the support from so many people. And now he wants to open his heart to accommodate all the people that he had affiliated with. Jia Yi residents and volunteers, they joined the online study group now. Online, they are listening to your sharings. And he is the first graduate from Tzu University, Tzu Medical School. And Mother Yo, Sister Shen Shen, she is now, she is a little ill now, but she used to be take so very good care of Dr. Tsai, and she is health condition right now, so that otherwise I would invite her to be here to do the sharing along with Dr. Tsai. And he used Shen Shen, Mother Shen Shen. She used to be the Tzu parent for Dr. Tsai when he was in Tzu University. But when he was in he studied in Tzu University, Dr. Tsai didn't open his heart to accept the care and love from Shen Shen, Mother Shen Shen. And now he regrets that he didn't open his heart to accept all the love and care, and so that he wants to share his gratitude to all these all the greatest support from Tzu family. From year 1994, he lost his mom, and so he closed his heart to all the people around him until he got married, and his wife made him open his heart, and now he could feel all the support and love in city world. And he want to be able to learn. And now Dr. Tsai's sharing is very touching, that he would show us that how great the Qingxiang clinic is. Dr. Tsai is a very humble and down to the earth person. He has a down to the earth personality. He is not very good at speech, but his sharing is very sincere. When I listen to Dr. Tsai's sharing, I have tears. I bursting into tears. It's hard to stand to see a young person who lost his parents and he closed his heart. And now finally, he opened up his heart. The most important, the significant partner is his wife. Use tremendous love and patience to open his heart. And today we are in Chiayi. We pack the daily necessities for the supply for the COVID-19 quarantine patient. And now he say he wasn't a very obedient person before, and now he become a very obedient person. And actually, I don't know where to start. I really feel that I have the opportunity to be able to be certified by Master Cheng Yen to become a certified city volunteer. But I didn't accept all those opportunities. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to accept anyone's principle. I want to do what I want to do. I don't listen to any other's opinions. When I was in university, I also didn't want to wear Tzu uniform, and I caused problems in the school. I don't want to conform any principles. So because I was not a very obedient person, I don't want to listen to people, so people feel harder to deal with me. Sister Zhiyue came to Jiayi City Hospital, and everyone thinks that Sister Zhiyue is a person with bad temper, but I was a person with worse temper than Sister Zhiyue. When she tried to instruct us how to do the sign language performance, and I just walked away. I didn't want to listen to her. I used to be like that. Since from the last year, I tried to change myself, and I try to accommodate others and adapt it to all sorts of people, and open my heart to accept people around me and accept people's love and care. And I'm very grateful for all your support. I just threw a ball to him. I didn't know what he would share. Such a great story. His wife married a right person. He closed his heart to people outside, but he opened his heart to his family. He used to be like that, but now he opened his heart totally to his family and opened his heart to people around him, people work with him, and open his heart to the whole world. And he now his time is up. We give him a big round of applause for his very touching sharings, and has the good seed planted in his heart and now grown into a big tree in his heart. And now finally, let's take a look at this the picture. Do you buy this book? Do you have this book? Let's recall the great example that set up by Dharma Master Tzu. This is the herbal tea, Jingheng herbal tea. This exercise time.
来，我们今天如莲心愿先来伸展一下。好的，可以的。好，全球的家人大家好，今天呢我们先做伸展操哦。好，要有健康的身体，来，一起来。我们看到的这首歌的画面的照片，全部都是我们的周信宏师兄所拍的。好，我们两脚与肩同宽，等一下身体放轻松，我们要做伸展操哦，哈。来，右手画大圈，对，眼睛看着你的手，回来，再换另外一边，再一次。反边，眼睛看着你的手，回来，往下画大圈。好，放下。来，待会我们的右脚往前跨，手心合着，再回，收脚，再另外一只脚出去。来，手心对手心，再回，收脚，来，向下画大圈，手放下，十指相扣，来往前推，往上比，画大圈下来，再一次。相扣，往前推，往上比，画圈下来。好，肩膀松一下。好，往前一小步，脚动一下哦。但是我们的双脚一样，与肩同宽。好，再一次来画大圈，身体移动哦。换边。眼睛看着你的手，再来一次，深呼吸，再来一次，往下画大圈，心莲花。好，伸展你的侧身，换另外一边。再回，好，画大圈，十指交扣，往前推，往上比，画大圈下来，再一次，推。 脚，感恩，祝福大家。好，接下来呢，我们来做那个洗手健康操，来的，换我，洗手健康操，脚踏起来动一动。
准备好
了吗？
伸出你的双手，戴上你的口罩，
戴好了没？
一起来。
来，水龙头啊，开又关，洗双手要擦干，吃东西前勤洗手，回到家也要洗刷刷，眼耳口鼻不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸，人多时候戴口罩，进入密闭空间也戴口罩，不要用时会折好，乖乖的放口袋书包，眼耳口鼻不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸，总手不握手，保护你也保护我。
朋友们，你们学会了吗？
加快速度喽！水龙头啊，开又关，洗双手要擦干，吃东西前勤洗手，回到家也要洗刷刷，眼耳口鼻不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸，人多时候戴口罩，进入密闭空间也戴口罩，不要用时会折好，乖乖的放口袋书包，眼耳口鼻不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸。好厉害的各位，继续要戴口罩，勤洗手。活动组祝福大家健康活力旺，心态健康。
Our team, activity team. So now the videos on the screen, it is photographed by our brother Zhou Xinghong. Let's give him a big applause. Because Dr. Tai come to Kaohsiung today, so the visitors who came to our Kaohsiung, people will treat him very, very well. Our staff will treat him very well. So our team will provide the waters and present and the pictures. Photographs will sent to them when they leave. So our speakers who came to our online study group will always told us that they don't know how handsome he is or how beautiful she is after she get the photograph. So I feel very grateful for all the members of online study group. I collect the photographs from him and to let more and more people know our team. Everyone is very has the very skilled, and our one of our team member also start to learn her new skills, because we have more and more teams to translate more and more language for our online study group, and that is the blessings from Master Zhen Yan. He hoped that we can translate into more and more language and let more and more people understand. Dr. Tsai's sharing, he was very worried about that his story. Actually, he didn't told his story very deeply, but he brought a lot of tears from people. So there is the feedback from online. So he said that from Thailand, he was very touched, and from China, and Wendy Wen, another audience, and I feel very touched, and also she was very touched by Dr. Tsai's sharing. Because he heard Dr. Tsai met his wife so that he can become a better person. So there's another audience said that Dr. Tsai is very good. The volunteers are the backup of the clinic in Chiayi. Yes, we hope that we can build up a better platform for people who can come to sharing. So if you can share, you click and share out, spread out our online study group, then you can we can let more and more people to listen to our content. So this is the result of our collecting love, the project of collecting love. So actually, it is actually we are not rich for the G. Foundation is not very rich. The money was all come from people's pockets. It's just we work very hard to collect everyone's heart, everyone sincere heart to do more things. So we hope that at on October, we can collect over 20,000 flowers. If you can donate the money for vaccine injection, and you can donate the money to the Commission of Compassion in Taiwan. Hope we can to become a more warm people. So we don't need to ask for being rich, but ask for feel peace and calm. Hope Tzu Chi can stay with you during the pandemic, and we send our blessings to hope you feel calm and peace. Master Dosho, I met him during the time when we head to Taipei. He was at the time a teacher at that time. So this time, when he was sharing last week, so she shared the song of Well Digger. And I didn't see I haven't seen this photographs or the MV this time with these songs. Yes, actually, this MV was made by her own. So the lyrics was matched with the pictures. And hope that we can become the Well Digger. At the beginning, this is song for the medical mission. Let's hear the song very carefully and watch the videos and watch the photographs.
因为有太多经典的画面，它不是符合歌词而已，而是把早期的有一些经典的画面。那这个部分因为已经上传了，所以等一下播完，我们会分享。
So if you stay in our online study group,
所以为什么你一定要在线上读书的群组？如果你没有的话，麻烦您一定要加入，要不然像。
So if you stay on our online study online group, then you can have the PowerPoint and you can share to other people. So let's hear the song together. We get the birds and bring out the smiles. When we're getting old, it will confuse our eyes of our memory. The sickness will push us to part. So can we just saying goodbye with warmly? The sweat makes the shoulder soaked. And the tears moisture the soil. And the heart awake people's strength. So hope we can dig out the hope of the future. The sweat of enthusiasm will make the earth become compassionate. The vows we planted would grow new leaves tomorrow. The love is infinite, and hope we can become the well digger and wash out the dust in the world. And let us learn to stand in other people's shoes and pay without any. And let us, the well digger, to give sweets to people who need. The sweat makes the shoulder soaked. The tears will moisture the soil. And the heart would awake people's power. So let us dig out the hope for the future. The tears will bring out the rainbow. With our firm beliefs, we would make impossibilities come true. The love is infinity, and the emotions are very deep. So let us be the well digger, wash out the dust in the world. Let us to learn to stand in other people's shoes and pay out without regrets. And let us to be the well diggers and to give sweets to the people who need. The efforts we pay out right now are the memorials for the future. So let us be the well diggers and to have the sweet forever. So let us learn to stand in other people's shoes, and let us to be the well diggers to leave the sweets forever in the world. We will continue to take care of these patients. Dig our heart with the love, then the heart will always have the water come out. So does everyone heard the song and feel very touched? Hope that after listening to the song, then we can get close to the wishes and heart of Master Jingheng. So the larynx match, if the larynx matching with the photographs, it hope that everyone can be touched. Let us to share to people, other people. Hope the G members can be the well digger and to let people in the community to know the history of Tzu Chi Foundation. We walk step by step. It is not very easy until now. Every step is not easy. Does everyone know? Actually, we spread our love, Tzu Chi spread our love into 125 countries and areas. So Master Jingheng gave us the online platform, and we will follow the footprint and of Tzu Chi Foundation, of Tzu Chi Mission. The feedback that we give to the Dr. Tsai are a lot. If he came to share, like last time, maybe he will not get the feedback as many as he had right now. There's a feedback said from the staff. He's a warm person. We love him very much, and we were very touched. And my mask were wet. My mask was wet because of the tears. Minghua from China, I was very touched and very thankful for Dr. Tsai's sharing. And Sister Jianshu in Thailand, he shared so deeply from his heart and shared his story. It's very short, within 15 minutes. But actually, that is the last time his sharing was over 15 minutes. Your sharing, it's just like our story and can fulfill our life. She's the editor of our team, but she's from Thailand. Hope that we can share this song to any other people, and thank you, Master De Show. So let me remind you, on this Friday, 6th of August, our master from the Edo, she will, the Master De Kan, she will share the Sutra of Lotus. And we're very thankful.
我们的净思新社的清修寺以及同仁来给我们这样安心靠，所以我们8月份其实有启动这样慈济脉动心动行动。那今天呢，第一棒呢就是要来到
From August that we have this, okay, and this is very wonderful that we will have the pure practitioner from Jingheng abode. And today our positive energy is from Jingheng. And Venerable Mr. Jingheng and every volunteer online today, And I'm very happy that I can share with you my own feelings today online. And today I like to share with you about the new bus sprout, and this is like just hope. And as we just listened, the music was like the well digger, and it really reminds me something like I want to show you in a picture. This is just like a new bud which is sprouting, and we have to just plant such a seed with love so we can spray the greater love all over the world. And just 4 years ago in 2007, and when Mr. Zheng Yun was doing a preach to the volunteers in Malaysia, and she told us that we need to do such things like this is a kind of a construction inside your mind. So it has to lead the way our four major missions are going. And we have to spread the love like internationally all over the world. And Tzu Chi has already spread the greater love to over 125 countries so far. And we have to teach the poor, and we also have to teach the rich, and we want them to all do good deeds. And we have to just save lives, and we have to just cure people, not only on their disease, but also in their mind. And we give hope, and we give people future. But most importantly, it is you have to rebuild your own heart inside yourself. And this is all about our charity job, which is always doing the relief jobs. But it is also just like a blessing field, okay? And medical fit, this is what like a medical mission is doing. And education help us to just grow our wisdom. And it is very important because the love has to be spread through this mission. And we have to make the greater love spread all over the world. And we need every volunteer, everybody to take care of such a mission. And let's not forget that year. What year? And it was the year when Tzu Chi was first established. And aside from the relief work financially, we also give our best aid to people, whatever they need. And we offer like students like stationaries and books. And we did this before, and we do this now, and we are going to do this, of course, in the future. And it is really, really touching that we see all the people around the world are doing such things. And charity, okay, it is very, very necessary because we are living under impermanence. And we offer people like a tiny aid medically and other fields. And don't forget that children are the hope in our society. So we need to take care of their health and take care also their future. So here we have a project which is named Project Hope. And pandemic really influences terribly on the economic system globally. So Tzu Chi has to help more people when they encounter such financial difficulties. And beginning from Hualien, and we have provided the scholarship to over 25 countries. And we want them to study in school happily and safely. And we want also, parents to really, really focus on their children's education. And this is a purpose that we offer such a scholarship since last year. And this is a very, very good beginning. And we have already offered such scholarship in more than 25 countries, and we have more than 70,000 students there. And we only see the numbers, but I have to say it is really, really wonderful that we have the support and we help children grow because of you. And all the children can just learn something from such a good cycle. And I don't have enough time, and today I only share with you one touching stories. And let's go to Wenzhou in China. And I think, you know, the picture, okay, in the picture, the little girl, do you know her? And now let me introduce who she is. And let's watch a video. And over 10 years ago, and we met this girl at the first time, for the first time. So where are you going, Chunzi? I'm going home. Oh, it's my home now. Where is it? It's over there. And which one is your home? That one. So you do your homework all at home? Where do you do your homework? Here. And this is the way I do my homework. Where do you sit? I sit here. And I want to sharpen my pencil. You use the sickle to sharpen your pencil. And your pencil is so short. And how long have you used your pencil? Or months? And are you writing a lot? Here I am. And I don't have money, so I have to, you know, write this way. And Chunzi's home is at the Huizhou. It is really a barren place, and because of the poor drainage, and it is always flooded there, and she suffered so many times about this. And Ciji from Taiwan helped them build the new houses, and Ciji therefore walked into Chunzi's life. Chunzi, tell me what you want to do when you grow up. When I grow up, I want to work. And this is a video I show you. And we ask that what is Chunzi's wish, and she says she wants to work. Why? And because, you know, she saw a lot of people who are poor there, and when they just work, and they came home with like a beautiful clothes and with some money, and this is therefore her hope after she grows up. So now let's take a look in how Chunzi has changed. Her dream was just to work, and it was me when I was 10 years old. And because a lot of volunteers told me that, okay, if I work well and I make money, but it is more important to study, and that they are going to do this with me, I don't feel lonely anymore. Without parents, and this is Ciji volunteer who accompanied me, and therefore they encourage me to study. Now I enjoy studying. I want to grow up, and I just want to grow up, and I just want to give people hope. And I'm here with my mom's love, and I want to spread my love all over my neighborhood. And it's just like that you use camera and take pictures, and I think that I have also a lot of images in my brain, and now I feel I'm lucky that I didn't give up studying, and I feel good now. Truly, Chunzi says, and she was lucky because she didn't give up, and because of Ciji volunteers, and we accompanied her, so she now is a student, okay, and in a normal university, and she actively she actively participated in Siji's activities because Siji volunteers teach her how to love. And because of our company, and she becomes really positive, and she bravely walked out the dark side in her mind. And she always does her best to share her own stories with others. And she teaches everybody to just seize all the chances and study hard. And Mr. Zheng Yan says like everybody can be anyone's benefactor, and under our care and under our encouragement, and Chunzi is a very good student now. And we hope that her sharing can be a very good model and example toward everybody. And let's spread the great love toward everyone. And in this picture, from 2004 to 2021, and this is a long time. And with Siji's companion, and Chunzi is now a big girl, and she is working onto a very, very positive way. Time can do everything. And through learning, we see a lot of children, and they really have a kind of achievement in their education, and they become engineers, and they become teachers. But unfortunately, they didn't have a great love in mind. But we really want to like put great love in people's mind. And here is a student, and he really devotes himself doing the relief jobs when disaster happened. And in China, and he willingly to just help us like 10 years ago. And because at that time in Guizhou, he met the Siji volunteers, and he received the first scholarship from Siji. And he told us that it was the very, very important warmth from Siji, and he would just never forgive about this. And now he is a very good student, and he studies medication. And now he is our volunteer, and he willingly do the charity job in Siji. And he is very happy that he can just walk into people's life and learn something precious. And here are the stories that I share with you about helping children, helping students in China, and turn their life into positive side. And it requires everyone's power and strength, because they need love, and we really need more young people, and to do so with us. And it is really wonderful that we see hope. And this is my sharing today. Thank you very much. And Jingheng, please stay there. And let's go to my PowerPoint. Let's go to her PowerPoint.
是我的简报哦，是我的简报。嘿，好，那为什么我要特别 take 这样的一个画面？
And why I take this PowerPoint?
实际上这就是这个真情款待，因为每位
actually this is really a sincere action. And before their presentation, I would just read their PPTs, PowerPoint beforehand, and I learned something. I was there. Okay. And now I know that Jingheng just wanted to make me happy and surprised. And Jingheng, let me tell you, made it. Well, and I met her when she first went back to Jingsi abode as a pure practitioner, right? And now this is the first time that I met her. So through some kind of insistence and affinity, so we learn from something from each other. Okay, and she really takes good care about the relief job in China, and she shares us some touching stories happening in China, and this is very wonderful if we can always follow Siji. And whenever, when I just, watch the videos, and actually, let me tell you, I watched them before, but I am very happy. I still feel so happy. And I see the insistence in giving, and because of the insistence, so we have a lot of new hopes from children. So let's give Jingheng big hand. Thank you very much. Okay, she is a practitioner, pure practitioner in Jin's abode. And let's go back there.
嘉义的汉文师兄就平稳的分享，令人不舍，感动到潸然泪下。人不轻狂枉少年，蔡主任医学院时代十足年轻人的个性，在嘉义慈济诊所的付出努力，我们看在眼里，默默耕耘付出，不言苦，沉潜心灵，原来是累积付出的能量。蔡主任，给你按赞。
Now we are going to hear the feedback from the audience online.
This song is beautiful, very touching.
This is a feedback from
very
English YouTube.
We are already telling as we listen to it.
We feel very touched. Is it a new song? No, actually, it's an old song. The song of Well Digger. I remember that. It was the superintendent of Zheng Wenbing, and it's a story of the superintendent Zheng. So in the past, we always hear the song with the black scene. So when the Master Dosho showed these songs, this movie video last week, so this is the first time I watched the video with photographs. I hear the song with the photographs. So I asked Master Dosho if she can share the video with the Kaohsiung Study Online group. And she agreed that. So if you are touched by the song, and so let's share, you can share the song with more and more people. Sister Cichu from Malaysia, Teacher Mei Yun, I saw your tears. Even though we are apart, but we still can feel you are here, and we are at the same place. There's a audience from Puhe Haute City, so I was very grateful of Dr. Tai's sharing. I was very touched. So everyone, please don't think your words is nothing to words, or your words, actually your words, anything you write down is very powerful. So that one of our audience said that the language was very powerful of the song we shared today. And one of the audience said that the photograph by the Brother Joe was also very powerful.
The love from around the world, 18,678.
So that is the audience from another audience online. Everyone share their gratefulness with each other online. So please write it down, your feedback and how you was touched by the story sharing today. Now we are going to share the Jingsi books. Have you ever read this book at home? Now we are going to start our journey to perform the sutra. So let's see the photograph of our Jingsi bookstore in Hualien. It's like a shell of our Jingsi bookstore, Jingsi. So Kaohsiung would ask everyone to stay with us and to support us and to help to protect the doctors and the nurses and medical staff in our hospitals in Taidong, Hualien, Guanshan, and they can be protected. So actually, once you know the story of the soap we made from Jingsi company, you will be touched and you will feel very worthy of the price. That's the Jingsi herb tea. I drink it every day, actually. One of our friends yesterday, she said the vice president chairman of our hospital last weekend. So she started to drink the herb tea. So let's order the herb tea. Also, we have the another herb tea, and this is the cookies with planks. And also there are many products of our Jingsi company to take care of our health. So I like to share these products to you. Also, I would like to share next week what we have on our online study group. So there is Liang Xinling from Cambridge, England, and also Ding Yuexiang from Hebei in China. Even though we don't know her, but actually if you heard their sharing, you will feel in every corner Tzu Chi members are doing their own works. So we would like to build up this platform to let everyone can share their stories. And if you join us, then you will have the positive power. So how we can share, how we would invite these group to come to sharing under the pandemic. So because the students cannot share, the student has to share their stories during the summer vacation. So they will drive cars to come to Kaohsiung and share at the scene. And also, if you've already know the videos of the glimmers, you'll see it is a very so the brother Lin Daqing. Actually, maybe you don't know him, but actually you know him because he was the performer or the director of Tzu Chi's Great Sutra Treasury every year. So next week, he will share the story of glimmers. The poster was made by himself. The content was written by him, and the photograph was made by our editors in Taipei. And also we will invite brother, we will invite Liao Youxian to share the birth of a book. And also on 18th, we will have He Zongrong, the Vice President of Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital. And also we will ask Ming Xin to come to share on the first day of September. Dr. Lin Tingguang and will come to share the knowledge about the heart. And also Lin Dingnan, he will come to share how to change your meals. So there's only the beauty of work hard, nothing the glory of waiting. Please share and our stories today and the listening, and give us feedback on our online, and everyone can see your feedback, and because of you, then and because of me, because of him, then we can have more and more people knowing study online group. Thank you. Let's give bow to the Buddha. First bow, second bow, and the third bow. Okay, so let's wave our hands and say goodbye.